Hello.
We're
Guest
back.
speaker is not this guy.
Nope.
It's JC. Hey, Journeys with JC. How are you tonight?
Good. How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Beautiful.
We're going to pop in here and I'm going to give everybody a chance to put their comments up. Little Alex said that he was first at 7:33 a.m. I don't know if he's going to be back in here or not, but it's pretty funny that he wanted to be first in the comment. Auntie Chloe want to know who the surprise guest is tonight. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Cruising Chris want to know if it was you, Auntie Chloe. She said no. And then Snack and Chatting. Hello, Susan. Hello, Cruise fam. Glad that you're here. And there we go. Now we're getting the hello JCs. Where am I?
Hello, everybody.
So I roped him into this. He is my guinea pig. He's being very great and gracious to me. Hello, everybody. Oh, Heather Lee got in here. Yay. Cruising Chris, you're starting off strong. We're like not even 30 seconds in. Thanks for that.
Chris, before we started, I actually yelled at Megan and went, "Team meat."
Yes, he did. So very, very grateful that JC can be with us tonight because I wanted to talk everything Port Canaveral and things that you can do a couple days before your cruise. Exactly. And who better to talk about all that kind of stuff than a local that goes and gets to do all this stuff off and on when he's not having to work and do adulting things. So thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate it, JC.
No, it's my pleasure to be here tonight and be with the Cruise family also.
Yeah. So, all righty. So I'm going to go ahead and, there's Auntie Kim. Woohoo!
Hey. She's good.
Auntie Kim in the house.
I know. We're good now. Golden. I'm going to switch up our screen a little bit. There it is. So for those of you that didn't see our our video that we put out this week was don't break the #1 cruise rule, which is flying in the day of your cruise and rushing over to the port and trying to get on your ship. It's just a terrible idea, whether it's flight delays or weather issues or all kinds of different things. So definitely don't want to be trying to get to a cruise port day of. And so this live is kind of a supplement on, okay, if you do come in a day or two before your cruise, what are some things that you can do in the area to kind of pass the time until you get onto that ship. So we're super, super excited. And I also wanted to give JC a big shout out on his Strawberry Festival video that he put out last week. Or was it this week? I can't remember. It's all running together. Very good.
Thank you. Appreciate it. There was fun and a lot of food. Too much food.
Yeah. It looked delicious too. I got hungry sitting there watching, so I had to go get a bowl of ice cream just to pass the time.
Yep. Because we didn't have any strawberries, so they're still too expensive up here. But Cruising Chris wanted to say adulting things are so boring. Yes, I agree with you. Hit that like button, everyone. Thank you, Heather Lee. I appreciate it. And who else have we got in here? Michael. Good evening, Scott, Meg, and JC. Woohoo!
Hey, Michael.
All right. And is that JC? Yes, it is, Auntie Chloe. In the flesh. So
believe it or not.
All right. So the first place that we wanted to talk about is Jetty Park Beach and Campground. And JC, I'm going to let you take this because we have been, but it's been a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Jetty Park is a fun place. Not only you have the place where you can watch, obviously, the cruise ships come in and out, but you also have the beach area and a fishing pier. And so even walking down the fishing pier, I kind of like walking down the end of the fishing pier. Just gives you a different perspective of the beach and the water, the ocean, and whatnot. So that's a pretty cool thing. Just even walking down the pier, just take a walk down that all the way down to the end. It gives you a great view of everything going around at Jetty Park. One things that's going on right now at Jetty Park is they're just redoing the whole bathroom area. They knocked it all down, started from scratch. It's being rebuilt. And I talked to the person at the entrance booth, and they were telling me that what they're doing now is making a huge like pavilion, and they're going to have all food trucks that are going to be there for you to get different types of foods. And instead of just having, they used to have like a little food place in there a long time ago. And
Okay.
the building was closed down for a while, and they decided, I guess, to knock it down, start from scratch. So now they're going to have a pavilion to eat under with all these food trucks. Supposedly going to be under there. Maybe I know there's right now they have like a food truck there and an ice cream truck kind of every weekend.
Okay.
But it should be, once it's all finished, it should be really, really nice.
No, that sounds amazing. Now, JC, from a woman's perspective, I've got to ask, are they like flushing toilets and stuff that they're planning on putting in, or is it Porta-John style?
No, they already have a bathroom. That was like the bathhouse with the showers for the beach.
Okay.
And kind of towards the middle of Jetty Park, which actually they're in the process right now of totally redoing the playground for the kids. They knocked all that down because it was all started from scratch in the playground. So they're redoing the whole playground right now. And just off the playground is where bathrooms are. And those are flushing toilets. It's the regular bathrooms there. And honestly, every time I go in there, they're very clean. They do keep up with them. And then off of the bathrooms from the middle of the park is they have like these little, I don't know what you want. There's just covered picnic table areas that you could rent. And so you can rent those spaces, and there's like a big open field in the middle. So there's a lot more to Jetty Park than just kind of like the cruise ship watching the water side, which is also great.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely. No, that sounds amazing. It makes me even more excited about us doing some sort of a get together before our cruise in November and doing some sort of a cookout. We're very, very looking forward to it. So, and then the other thing about Jetty Park that I didn't realize, because every time that we have gone, like we have family that lives down there, so we'll go with them every once in a while and we'll watch ships go out. But I didn't realize that there's actually a beach attached to Jetty Park too, where you can spend time on the beach just being a day guest. You don't necessarily have to be at the campground, right?
Correct. And that I was looking at the prices on that. I had them pulled up. I don't have them in front of me. It was $15 per car. It goes by the carload. So it's $15 per carload for the day. And now you can actually pay up at the booth, where you couldn't do that before. They just started that up again, because you have to go online on your phone and figure it all out, and then you'll be able to get in. But now you can actually pay the day pass at the gate. And
that's
also,
amazing.
They have something else they have down there too, is they have actually chair and umbrella rentals. Not sure the prices on those, but that's something else they have that they did down there.
Okay, fantastic. Well, that is definitely good to know, because I know a lot of our cruise families tend to fly in. And so if they're wanting to spend some time on the beach the day or two before their cruise, but they don't necessarily want to be bringing their beach equipment, it's good to know that they can just rent it out right there.
Yeah,
so
beautiful.
And just as a quick side note, if you walk in or bike in, they don't charge you. So if you're staying at a hotel near there, you can actually just walk in or bike in, and there's no charge. Only when you go in by vehicle.
Okay, fantastic. And I don't know if you saw the comment or not, but Nellie wanted to say, hi, JC. Please say hi to Connie. Such a great lady. So she really is. I got to talk to her for a few minutes before we started.
Yeah.
So
I sure will, Nellie.
Oh, I love it. And everybody's saying hello. I love this cruise fam so much. You guys are always so nice to everybody. I really appreciate it. Heather Lee, we booked the Holiday Inn. I'm looking forward to just walking to the park. Yes, that was the biggest reason why I did that room block for anybody that wanted to do it. Get in there and get a decent rate. So, and let me see who else we've got in here before we move on. Ready for your cruise, Trisha? Yes, I want to know about your cruise because I'm excited.
Yeah, she leaves Friday, right? She goes out tomorrow.
Yeah, it's for your birthday. Yeah. Trisha set sail, bought my Jetty Park day pass for tomorrow, hoping to get there by 3. Mostly finished packing, just need to finish the carry-on stuff. There you go. Yay. I can't wait to see your content when you put it out, Trisha. It's going to be really cool. So,
looking forward to that myself.
And they don't charge for the mobility scooter either, Cruising Chris said. What is that?
That's the pump jacks belt squealing right now. It will stop.
Sorry if you guys could hear that. That's a terrible sound.
We have an oil well pump jack up behind our house up here, and it's been raining all day, and it started up, so the belt was kind of slipping on the metal there. It's good now, so it stopped.
Okay, as long as it wasn't a bobcat or something coming after us. So.
No, because if that was the case, I would be gone.
Nellie said, Allure in a few weeks, but after Star, yeesh, hard to get on another ship. That would be a very hard change, Nellie. Couldn't imagine that one. I have a feeling, JC, you're going to feel very similar because of Apex. So,
yeah, I am looking forward to my Star also. So that
yes, in December. I'm telling you what, if I can get it going, we might join you on that one.
Yeah,
but
we're seriously working on that.
I'm pushing. I've been wanting to do that one forever.
Well, I'll keep in contact with me on that because I just got a offer through Royal Caribbean for 2 on the Star for free from the casino. So we might be thinking of moving our date. It's like a week before, I think, to get the free cruise and cancel our regular cruise. I'll keep you advised on that.
I couldn't blame you a bit if you decided to do that.
Yeah, it's going to save us considerable money if we take the free casino offer and get rid of the regular one. So
absolutely, because the Star and the Icon are not cheap. So
nope.
But and then Michael, he wanted to know if we got royalties from the oil well. Actually, the royalties for that's owned by someone else. So we do not. But
somebody else in the family. So
and then
not yet.
Heather Lee says they have 52 days until NCL Seascape out of New Orleans. It can't get here fast enough. I am jealous. Partially because you're going to New Orleans and also because of the NCL Seascape. And then real quick, Nellie, you better cancel the one you paid for and do that casino offer. I'm telling you what.
Looking at that for sure.
So
I'd be all over that.
Right? We'd actually have to go into a casino. So another thing I wanted to talk about. So Chase, he wasn't able to be with us tonight, but I'm sure most of you guys know Chase is around town, Chase and Jess. But they actually have done a couple of videos on doing the helicopter rides. And they start at $19.95 a person, and they take you around and they show you different things within the port, or they'll take you down towards Jetty Park. It's 15 minutes, I think, was what the max of what Chase said that it was. You could pay for longer, but it's a really cool thing that you could do for a very reasonable cost. I was shocked at the cost of that helicopter ride.
Yeah, me too. Actually, when Chase said how much it was, and it was either Chase or JC, I'm not sure which one of you guys said that, but when I heard that, I was just like, oh man, that's affordable. So
absolutely. So let me see here. A couple more people are commenting. Cruising Chris says 15 days for Celebrity Apex. That's exciting. I'm telling you what, that Apex is beautiful. And then really? Michael Reed, 6 days till MSC Divina. Trisha, tried to convince my friend to do this. She was not enthused about the idea. I'm going to do it one day. I'll tell you what, maybe we'll have a group of us that'll go and kind of one after the other in November. Yep. So, and then Auntie Chloe, where's Chases around town tonight? They had some things going on, so they may pop into the chat at some point, but I know that they had some things, so they weren't able to kind of join us live. So that's okay, though. And then Christopher said hello. Hi, Chris.
That's our son.
Yes. And then Nellie said, for fat people like me, 300-pound limit. Oh, I guess it would make sense. There would be a limit. That's
a very good point, because there is. I think I just made under the limit, so you can. There's up to 3. I think mine, when we first went the first time, my daughter giving it to me for was it birthday or Christmas? I don't remember. But it was like $130, something like that. You could take up to 3 people. And that brought us all the way down to Cocoa Beach Pier. That was kind of a little bit longer one.
Wow.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. So, and that I could take up to 3 people. So it ended up being me and Chase on that one. But yeah, I forget there's a weight limit. So you might definitely want to check with that. Because I know the ones I were looking at in Miami, the weight limit was less than over here in Port Canaveral. So I don't think I could do the one in Miami, do the weight limit. But I was able to do it on Port Canaveral over here. So that is definitely a factor to consider when doing those helicopter rides.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. No, I always think I grew up on a horse farm. So a lot of these places, like when you do excursions, you can do like horseback riding on the beaches, but it's like a 200 or 225 weight limit and stuff. And I'm like, oh, man. So
yeah, that kind of like also ranks up there with like the zip lines and stuff in certain areas. Because like I want to go zip lining so bad, but I'm a bigger guy, and they look at me and go,
yeah. Which, I mean, for a zip line, no, like if there's any question, no, he's not doing it. But So, but yeah, that's really interesting. That's a good point, Nellie. Heather Lee said we have a New Orleans cuisine restaurant here in our little town, and we ate our heart's content tonight. Oh, I am so jealous, Heather Lee.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've had good New Orleans style cuisine. So
I don't think we've ever actually. Well, let me rephrase this. You have never had good New Orleans cuisine. You got to be in New Orleans to have that. Mardi Gras at Universal doesn't really count.
There's a scratch restaurant in downtown Pittsburgh in the little where they do the ice skating and stuff like that. Heather took me to it when I was ringing for Three Rivers Ringers at Heinz Hall.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So total tangent. Sorry, JC. But
that's all right.
We just ate dinner and we're still talking food. So, but
love food.
And Cruising Chris said $20 for a helicopter ride. That is a steal. Yes. And that is the starting rate. Obviously, it's going to go up from there. So, our son Chris says it looks good on Facebook. I'm glad I got to help you guys. Yes, he was my first guinea pig. I made him log on to see how it worked before I made you do it, JC.
Oh, all right.
And then Nellie said the higher price takes you further along. Chase showed me the route. The $20 route is short. Yes, it would definitely be short. But if you're not quite sure if you're going to like it or not, that's not a bad price to pay to decide whether or not it's something you want to do. Mm-hmm. And hi, Alex. Thank you for joining us. You don't need to apologize for being late.
No, buddy. Never apologize. We're just glad you're here. And we'll keep it PG tonight, everybody.
Don't make me go Mama Meg on you. Nellie said, also heads up for Star. If a person is larger, they will weigh and show the weight to all right before they allow you to slide. Haley was mad they weighed her. Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
And she's tiny.
She's tiny. Like, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
I would be so mad at people like for them doing that. Like, that should be a private thing.
I've been a little bit mad about that one. Of course, with me, I don't care if they say my weight. I'll be like, yeah, I'm big. Team meat.
I thought you were going to keep it PG. Come on now.
Well, we just like eating, hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff like that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Terrible. Snack and Chatting says, snacks, I hear that. Oh, I figured that you would hear that. All righty. Moving right along. Kennedy Space Center. We really enjoy going to Kennedy Space Center, but as a warning to everybody, it is not a cheap place to go. So a little bit later, JC has a really cool place that he's going to be telling us about if it's something where you're not wanting to go up to Titusville to go to Kennedy Space Center. But if you have the time, the Apollo Center is probably my favorite experience that you get to do while you're there. So we have a lot of fun whenever we go, and Nick's really into the rockets and in space and things like that. So it's really cool being able to take him in and kind of do some of the interactive exhibits that they have.
So you like doing the Apollo 15 or not 15, the Apollo 11, right?
Well, it's just the Apollo mission where you kind of go in and then
the Apollo rocket where you walk in underneath it and stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there you like that one. So my favorite part of going to Kennedy Space Center is when we actually get to go in and see the space shuttle. Mm-hmm. That entrance into it. Oh,
yeah, you got a nod from JC on that one.
Yeah. Isn't that when you watch a movie, then they open up the dours and then you walk through, right? Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
They did a very good job on that. I have to say hello real quick. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Oh, we miss you. One of our Pittsburgh friends. Oh, miss you so much. Glad that you could join us this evening. So, no, the thing I really like about the Apollo Center is like you have to get bussed over and stuff, which I mean, whatever. But being able to sit down and be a part of that rocket launch and having like the windows going and things like that, and feeling like you're actually there in the control room as they're sending those rockets into space is such a cool feeling. I think they did an amazing job of really making that as real as possible for their guests. So that's what I really like about the Apollo part. So, and Nellie wants to try NASA. Houston has a nice center too. One day, maybe. We've been wanting to go to Houston. We actually got started with our NASA stuff by going to Wallops Flight Center, which is in Virginia. And actually, it's just like a mile away from our favorite island, Chicoteague Island.
About 6 miles.
Yeah. So that's where we got started. And then we've done Kennedy, and we've been to New York and seen
on the Intrepid.
On the Intrepid, they have a shuttle, NASA shuttle there. So someday, Houston.
Yeah.
What about you, JC? I know you're really into the space stuff too. So,
well, only because my daughter works there. So,
oh, really?
Reason why. So, yeah, she's working on the Artemis 2 right now, and she's actually in mission control. That's what she's in launch control center. So
that's
pretty
amazing.
Wow. Every once in a while, she gets to bring us on base for a rocket launch here or there. Or I was there for the rollout for the Artemis 2. We had front row center for that, which was pretty cool. But one thing about going to Kennedy Space Center, don't think you're going to go there and be out there in an hour. That place, that mean you're talking all day easy. That's like
there's a reason there's a 2-day ticket. Like,
yeah. It's just the Space Center. I'm just going to go in there and get out. It's not that. There's just so much to see there. Just keep that in mind that it's a lot there.
Yes, that is definitely a managing expectations kind of deal. So, so did I hear a friends and family discount, Uncle JC?
Not so much.
Oh, well, that's absolutely amazing. Your great Uncle Junior actually used to work in flight control.
Yeah.
So that's how we ended up with family that lives down in Melbourne. Yeah. So very, very cool ties, and just amazing to be a part of like space history. So that's amazing for her. Nellie said, I like flight stuff too. When I go to Seattle for Alaska Star Princess, we will be going to Boeing. Ooh, Nellie, I'm going to need you to get me a little bit of information and maybe a couple of photos that are legal, because our son Noah is an airline mechanic, and he has actually been talking about maybe going and working for one of the factories at Boeing. So that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I'd love to go see that.
So, and Nellie said, that's awesome, JC's daughter. Yes.
Yeah. Very proud of her. Very proud.
You've got to be so proud of her. That's amazing. Yeah. So I'd be.
How she passed that math, I'll never know, because I'm not that great at math.
You know what? There's things that Nick does that I'm like, I didn't teach you how to do that. Like, and
smart.
I'm not sure how you did that. So
what? Well, real quick before we jump into
that. Back?
Yeah. So another thing I want you guys to think about too, like if you're actually flying in the day of and you're thinking you're going to actually be able to make it to the port from Orlando and stuff on the day of your departure, kind of think about it, because you really should look and make sure there's no launches going off, because if there is, and JC will probably back me up on this when I say this, traffic is murder trying to get in there, especially if it's a big launch like the Artemis launches and stuff like that. Anytime you have any manned vehicles going up, that's when you really will see a huge increase of people coming into the port and stuff. So if you know that's going to happen, you might want to definitely fly in the day before, stay maybe at the Holiday Inn, and then go over to the port from there. That way you're already there, and it's a lot easier just to get to your ship. So
absolutely. Wasn't too bad for the Falcon 9 when we went in December.
But a lot of there was Falcon 9 goes up all the time.
Exactly.
And it was Starlink. So I mean, at the beginning, and I'm sure JC will agree with me on this, at the beginning when they started to do it, there was probably a lot of people watching it, and then it just fizzled out. It's it's
another launch.
It's like driving to Cleveland.
Honestly, you're right. When I first moved down here to Florida, it was like, oh my God, look, a rocket launch. Oh my God, look, a rocket launch. Now it's like, oh man, another rocket launch. They go off every other day, and your windows are rattling, and sometimes it's 2 p.m. Sometimes it's like 4 a.m. You're like, oh God, you wake up in bed, you're like, it's a rocket launch. Oh man, But yeah, absolutely. Like you said, the ones with the regular satellite launches, Jetty Park's pretty good with that. You get your spectators come out, and a lot of the campers there. But when you have, like you said, the manned ones, the Artemis ones like that, the park does have a capacity. I don't know if everybody knows this, but I've been turned away from the park. Was it last weekend before? And with a season pass, the park was closed. Yeah, once they hit capacity. Now, one thing I don't know is if you pay for a day pass, I believe they maintain enough room for the day pass people, because you are paying for the day pass and you get there, maybe coming from out of town, be like, oh, sorry, it's closed. So I think they maintain a certain amount of room for the day pass people for that particular day. But our season pass holders, if we get there and they're like, nope, capacity, I got turned around and had to go over to the boat launch area.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. So Cruising Chris said the Boeing place is cool. That's awesome. We did enjoy NASA in Houston too. Haven't been to the stuff in Titusville. Well, we're going to have to get on that. Come on now, let's do it. And be prepared for walking feet or have a scooter or something, because that's the other thing about Kennedy Space Center people don't realize. There is a lot to see and do, and it's spread out.
Yeah.
And then Heather Lee said there's no way we'd go on the day of. If there's any humanly way possible, we always go at least one day before.
Yep.
And then Nellie, JC, you talk about rocket launches like I talk about Army. My father was in Army, and we see tanks and hear the artillery, and it's just that. But when I saw that night launch from Holiday Inn Express, that, come on, looks fantastic. Technology, work with me here. That's pretty cool, Nellie.
Yeah.
Love that.
Well, the last time
that when you're visiting a day or two early, that's something to keep in mind too. I would go and look on SpaceX, one of them. There's a bunch of different websites, and see if there is a launch. Because if you've never seen a launch, if it's at the day, the night, they're all kind of a little different. But it'd be pretty cool to see one if you're down. It's just like a bonus. Oh, we get to see a rocket launch because they go up so often. Probably 8 out of 10 times you may catch one while you're here.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, for some people, it's a once in a lifetime experience. Like, for instance, my dad has never got to see one until this past December when we were down there, and it just so worked out that we were right there at the right time, and
it didn't get scrubbed.
It didn't get scrubbed. It went up. So, and my dad actually got to see a Falcon 9 go up, and it's pretty cool. It wasn't a space shuttle, but at least it was the Falcon 9. That was pretty cool.
And good visuals too. I mean,
oh yeah.
So
yeah, we were right there at the boat docks.
Yeah, the boat launch.
Yeah, the boat launch area. We were sitting right there. So
it's cool. I think that Kennedy Space Center is something that everybody needs to do at least once, especially if you have kids. There's so much history involved, and well worth the visit.
So much history and science, and it just being able to get the kids excited about space. I mean, I could sit here and talk about space probably for 4 or 5 hours. You know, I mean, I love that stuff, but never was an astronaut. I don't think I could get my butt off the ground. So
yeah,
they have to have an extra big rocket to get me up.
Terrible. Nellie says the rocket goes right in front of you at the Holiday Inn Express. Just stand outside the front entrance. Yes, that is exactly right. Yep. Very cool. Moving on.
Go ahead. Just a quick add to that. Believe it or not, I'm about a half hour away from there, and I step out my front door and I watch the rockets go up. I don't even have to go over there. That's how crazy it is here.
Yeah. What was really fun is back when Great Uncle Junior used to work with NASA. He used to always give Great Aunt Polly a call, and he would be like, hey, there might be something happening around 2:30 today, or make sure that you take your walk at 1 o'clock. And so she knew to go out to watch the rocket launches and things like that for the testing, because they didn't want it to be publicized way back then. It wasn't like now where you can look it up and see what's happening. But he was always real sneaky on like telling her like, hey, like you need to make sure you go to the grocery store at this time. And that was like their code words for the week that she needed to go out and watch the rocket launch. So it's just fun. And Jay Lang says he made it. Yay!
Hey, Jay Lang.
And Warmstrong Adventures. Hello. Thank you. Holiday Inn is a great place. Yes, it is. Now, moving on, I definitely want JC to talk to us a little bit about the Warbird Museum, because this is a place that we have passed, sadly, easily a dozen times. Yeah. And I didn't realize how cool this was until I had clients go and see it in December, and then you did your video on it. And I was like, how have I missed this all these years?
Yeah.
No, I know. And I've lived here for 7-8 years now, and I'm I didn't even really know it was there. And I just kind of was looking. Every weekend I look for something to do, something fun to do, somewhere to go. I mean, I'll drive two and a half hours, either sometimes to Tampa side, or because I'm on the East Coast, or down south of me, just to go do something different and fun. So I found this place, and it was just one day I wake up. My wife hates that. I just spur the moment. We're going here. We're going here. And she's like, oh my God, she can't plan anything with me, really. So we went here, and we get there, and we go in, and then, like, as soon as I walked in, I was like, wow, what a cool place this is. When you first walk in, the whole first part is all like history and all different things about flight and all that. And they have like this Red Baron plane right in the biplane right in the front. Oh. And then after you walk through all that and everything, then you go into the back, the hangar part. And then that's where all the the old aircraft are.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
And you walk right up to them. I mean, you're right there. It's like you're just walking through the hangar, and there's all different ones. And each one has like not a plaque, but like a board in front of it, tells you about the plane and different things about it. And I mean, they just have all different kind of aircraft. When we were there, when I did my video there, they had this huge helicopter that they had just, I think, gotten as like, it's kind of like a permanent display, like they're on borrow on, they're borrowing it, but it's like permanently there, I think, for a while. And so that was the first hangar. I didn't realize there was a whole second hangar that you go to, and then there's aircraft on the tarmac. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, and it's actually an active airport too. So you got little planes coming in and out of there, not huge.
Really? Okay. Interesting.
So you got helicopters flying by. You got these little 2, 3, 4-seater planes taking off and landing, and you're just really walking on the tarmac with all these warbird planes.
Oh, that was so really cool.
And then we just happened to catch it. Like we were there, it was Veterans Day, Memorial Day, one of those days, I'm not sure. And they just happened to have an air show that day, which was even cooler. And they had the air shows of these old planes that these pilots still maintain and fly in these shows, which was really, I mean, and literally, if we were, when they came pulling in, in the video, you'll see it. When they came off, when they landed after they were done with the show, they pulled in. Like we were like 10 feet away, and this guy's coming in with the propellers are roaring around. It was really cool. It's a cool place to go.
It is definitely on our list for the next time that we come down, because I didn't realize it. We our oldest son Christopher, which was in the chat earlier, he is former Air Force. He did 6 years of active service, and so when he was a kid, like everything was all about like military and things like that. So Dayton Air Force Museum we've been to, the one in Dover we've been to, obviously Wallops Flight Center and stuff with space we'd been to several times. We'd taken him to Kennedy, all these different places, New York, the Intrepid, so that he could see the different planes and stuff. And he ended up being a mechanic working on planes while he was in the Air Force. So it was really cool to do all of that stuff with them when he was a kid. And if I had realized that was just that close to have done that with him too, I mean, he will still enjoy it as an adult, but it would have been really cool to have done it with him when he was a kid.
Yeah, so. And that GC, that's on, is that off of 528 right there?
It's in Titusville, but I don't think it's 528. 528 takes you into the port. That's called the beach line. That's 528. Okay. You actually go up 95 and take a 4 something, I think it is.
Okay.
But yeah, there's another road you have to take to get over to that. It's kind of like in Titusville a little bit. But it's off of there.
Yeah, we've been by that a few times.
Yeah, we've passed it and just didn't realize what it was. Heather Lee, to answer your question, yes, this is actually his thumbnail from that video on his channel, and you definitely want to check it out. It's really cool.
Really good video.
Yes.
If I could add just one more thing on that.
Oh, absolutely.
The best part to me in that air museum was on the way out, they have 2 flight simulators. And if you go in the gift shop, you can buy time in the flight simulator. And I bought 15. I'm like, 15 minutes. That's going to be plenty of time. What I didn't realize was when I was there, they have real pilots that put you in the flight simulator and they teach you how to fly. And the pilot I had that was with me said, like, these flight simulators are the real deal. Anything you're doing in this flight simulator, it is identical that would happen if you were in a plane. That just made it that much, more cool.
Wow.
And so we did like 2 or 3. It was, I forgot what airport we flew in and out of, but basically I was flying up and we do a circle around the airport, come back and land. And 15 minutes was not enough time.
Right.
I'm like, why did I get the half hour? But
yeah.
Right.
Like 15 minutes. But once you get in there and stop flying, it's like you got to learn everything and whatnot, you know. And it takes a little bit to learn it. It really does, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
It's acting like a real plane, you know. But it's
Yeah.
really nice. And all the people there, all the workers, if they're volunteer, I'm not sure, but they were so kind, and it was really, really nice.
Oh, that's amazing.
So was it expensive to do that, or for that 15
No, it
minutes?
wasn't. Tony, remember how much that was? Yeah, it was like $25, I think, something like that at the time.
No
Oh, that's
kidding.
not bad at all.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Wow.
it wasn't. I didn't find it very expensive, honestly.
So there were actual flight instructors that was right there beside you?
They had one flight instructor there, and as he put you in the flight simulator. Actually, they got 2. The one I was in was like the first one. Like you could progress to the second one. The second one was like a bigger planes and whatnot, I think it was. So I started off with like a Cessna one, like you're flying a Cessna, the little one. So it's just like your basic, throttle controls and your rudders and all that. So at first he's just telling you like, this is doing this is how you do this, and this is how we're going to do this, and explains everything, takeoff, landing. And that's what I'm saying. So that takes a little bit of time just to get the basics. And then you start flying, and it's like, before you know it, it's like, oh man, my time's up, so.
Yeah. Well,
love it.
The really interesting thing about that, I don't know if they would do it or not, but I was taking pilot lessons to learn how to fly to become a pilot. And COVID happened, and of course, everything got grounded, but anyway, but I'm wondering if you could take like your pilot book, your log book, and go down there and do those
simulators, and it counts as your time.
And it counts because you have
to have
so
certain
much
areas that are very specific simulations that will let you do that.
Yeah, and if you have to have so much simulator time before they'll actually sign off on you. Even you can go up 1,000 times up in the air, but they want you to have simulator time also. And
oh, really?
That too. Yeah,
because it gives you an opportunity to have things happen that wouldn't necessarily they would feel comfortable having you experience in real time. So they
like
can
flying
put
in
things
the rain,
into
thunderstorms,
in parameters for you to see what it's like. So
if I go back there, I'll ask about that.
Yeah, I tell you what,
because he would bring it, him and Noah both, because Noah wants his private pilot. They were doing it together.
Yeah, I want to. If we come back down there in a few months, I want to bring my book with me, especially if we're going to go there. And if I can actually get a little bit of time and have it checked off in my book, hey, why not?
So Jay Lang says Richmond, Virginia does, and so does Chesterfield County has that stuff. They're pretty sweet. I love that. So too fun. I think that's so fun. I was never into history as a kid or high school or anything like that. And I'm sad that I didn't get into it when I was that age. But moving on, for the people that are completely bored out of their mind because they're not into space, there's also the Brevard Zoo. And this is a place that I have been wanting to take Nick to forever because that is Nick and I's thing. We love going to zoos. We love seeing different animals. And we've kind of started a checklist of all the different zoos and places that we want to go and see. So when you said that you wanted to talk about this a little bit tonight, I was like, yay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just brief that the Brevard Zoo's in Vieira, which is 20, 30 minutes away from like the port area, so it's not really that far. And the zoo is right off 90. It's right off 95 in Vieira, so which is nice. So you just get off the highway and you're right there. And we went to the zoo when we first came down. Haven't been in a while. Nice thing about a lot of the stuff I'm talking about tonight is you will see videos come out on my channel about all these places. So I'm going to go back to them and make videos of probably most everything we're talking about tonight. So they're going to be, take a little bit to come out because like 1 a week or whatever. But it's either going to be like the zoo I was thinking maybe doing a live stream from if I can. But you're going to see live streams or maybe videos of pretty much everything we're talking about tonight. So as we go on, everything we talked about, you'll probably be able to see something about it.
Yes, and that is actually a good segue. So anything that I've talked about tonight that is Chase's channel or Journeys with JC, I'm actually going to be tagging those videos into the description of this video here. So if anybody wants to go back and look at any of the videos that we're talking about, you'll be able to access them very easily from the description box of this live stream. That's what it's called, a live stream.
Yeah, there you go.
So now Tricia says that you could feed the giraffes there.
Maybe, you know, it's been a while since I've been there. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, is this
they just put these huge giraffes up like this week. This picture, I just actually took this picture today, believe it or not, on my way home from work. So they just put all these giraffes out there. So I don't know if they got something going on new with the giraffes or whatever, but those giraffes literally just were put out there this week. So
that's amazing.
Is this the zoo where you can actually kayak in the zoo?
Yeah, I believe you can. I believe you can kayak in there. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, this is something that Megan and I have been talking about for a while. I've been wanting to do this every time we go down there, but we always
we end up with too many things, and then you have to hit your favorites because it's a terrible thing. Yeah. And Jay Lang says that you still can, so that is awesome, and you can in Virginia also. So fun. And then let me go back up to Heather Lee. She said that Memphis has a world-class zoo. You can feed the giraffes too. Yes.
Yeah, I've heard that. Memphis has got a good zoo.
I've heard Memphis is good. Now our home zoo, I guess you could say, is the original Jack Hanna Zoo, the Columbus Zoo. Yeah. So we are definitely blessed to be able to be there and have a couple of videos out on it. But
I'm going to tell you what.
I want to do the Brevard Zoo.
Yeah. But if you've never fed giraffes before in your life,
it's
guys,
cool.
This is
you got to do it, JC.
Yeah, you got to go do it. If you haven't done it, go do it because it is an experience. Like it's like nothing ever you've done before. I mean, it's so cool.
So if my wild Florida video, my wife feeds the giraffe in that video.
Oh, that's
so we have done the giraffe feeding there. Yeah. So after we did the drive-through safari, at the end of the drive-through safari, you can they sell lettuce, piece of lettuce, and you go feed the giraffe. So actually, we did do it at that wild Florida, which is a little too far from Port Canaveral to visit because it's on the Tampa side over there. But we did feed them.
Okay.
So.
Okay, that's cool. I didn't realize that was on the Tampa side, so I'm glad that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, real quick before we go any further here, guys, if you're new to our channel, welcome to our channel and stuff. Don't forget to like this video and this live and subscribe to our channel. And while you're at it, go over to JC's channel. JC, go ahead and plug your channel in real quick.
Yep, go on over to Journeys with JC. Thank you.
Go over there, subscribe to his channel. Watch his videos. He's got some really great videos and stuff, and like all those for him too to kind of help him out. And then while you guys are at it, also go over to Chase Us Around Town with Chase and Jess. Chase and Jess. Those guys do a wonderful job live streaming from Cape Canaveral and watching the cruise ships going out and stuff. And JC's a lot of times is in there with Chase and stuff, and it's a great time. So
Absolutely.
A lot of people that's just joining us, and it's never really seen these channels and stuff that's in our family. Go over and give them some love too while you're at it. So
because all of our channels are actually very, very different. Chase Us Around Town primarily does a lot of live streaming and does a really great job keeping up with the chat and talking to everybody. I mean, I don't know how he does it. And JC, you've been doing a little bit of the live streaming, but I am so impressed with the content that you're putting out of local things that you get to do in the area, and your take on a lot of it is really, really cool. And then us, primarily we're a travel agency. That's what my business is. That's what I do for a living. And so a lot of what I put out there is content to kind of help support me being able to assist my clients be able to have best vacations that they can possibly have. So it's definitely really fun to see all these different people with these different personalities and what they bring to YouTube. And I think it's just a really great community that's been brought together.
Yeah, totally.
So, and enough sappy stuff. Heather Lee says, JC, you need to kayak through the zoo and video it.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
There's a couple reasons why no on that.
Well, hey, I'll send the GoPro down for you. I mean,
me and kayaks, we just don't get along, and it's just me. I'll be honest with you. In Florida, here's my go-to thing in Florida. If there's a body of water, there's probably a gator in it.
This is
so
very
I don't know about that. I'm sure everything's safe at the zoo and everything. They got everything. What's up? But yeah, it's just funny. Me and kayaks, we don't get along too good.
We used to own kayaks because we used to live on the Allegheny River when we were in Pittsburgh, and really I love them, but I can't tell you how many times like I would be like going to get off of the dock, and the dock would dip, and then it would pop up, and it would catch like the end of my kayak, and it would flip me over or something like that. That happened to me at least twice, and like there's nothing you can do. You're just like, there I am.
Yeah. Sitting upside down in the kayak in the water going, crap, now what do I do?
Yeah, talking about kayaks is a really nice, I believe it's on the Banana River, and they have the bioluminescence kayak where when you paddle in the water and it all like turns colors because of the organisms, whatever's in the water. And I think it's actually like a clear kayak, and you go in, it's a night thing, obviously. And you go in, I don't know if it's a certain time of the year or whatnot, but it's like bioluminescence. And I've seen pictures of it and stuff. And like, as you're paddling, it's just lighting up in the water, which is pretty cool. If you like kayaking, that would be really cool to do that at night, actually.
Yeah. That's been one of the things on our bucket list that we've wanted to do in Hawaii, because there's a couple of inlets and stuff that are really well known for it throughout the year. So that's so cool. And then Douglas, he said the Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium will have a new giraffe center opening in spring of 2027. Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. And JC, the reason why that's exciting, we only live 15 minutes from the Pittsburgh Zoo. Which Douglas knows because I probably have a dozen videos up about it. But there was one that calf that grew up. He's a big boy, and he had to be hand reared because his mom didn't rejected him at birth, and so he's super friendly. And so all day he'll walk back and forth, and he'll try to reach so that he can say hi to people. And it's just like a very like he wants to be around people. He could care less about the zebras or the other giraffe that are in with him. So it's really cool that they're doing something for him. I think is the primary reason why they're doing it, so that he can be more interactive on a more permanent basis. Because how they had to have it set up for people to be able to do any kind of giraffe encounters was they actually had to take people backstage in order to be able to go and like feed him and things like that. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Sorry for the tangent again. I can't help myself. Heather Lee, one of these days I'll tell you my terrifying story of canoeing in Louisiana. Well, you know what? We're going to have a couple drinks in us in November, and we'll have some stories to tell, I'm sure.
Totally. Can't wait to hear it.
Jay Lang wants to know if you've gotten to the Wizard of Oz Museum yet.
He beat me to it because that was on my list. So he kind of beat me to the punch on it, but I have not. It's on my list of videos to make. Like I said, everything I talk about tonight, I'm going to be making videos of. I did a little looking at that, and I guess they got some original props from Wizard of Oz and different things. And they have this room. I don't know if Jay Lang's been. It sounds like he's been to a bunch of things in the area. But
sounds like it. They
have like this room that I've seen, and it's like 40 projectors, and it's like it like envelops you and puts you in the experience. And I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that. So I guess it's Wizard of Oz / Van Gogh, I guess, art, I'm assuming.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going to see that, and with, I guess they have the flying monkeys there or something. Or whatnot,
that's so cool. That is really, really cool. So it's more like the original with, what was it, Judy Garner?
Judy Garland.
Yeah, Garland. That's it. Yeah, not Garner. That's Jennifer Garner. No. That's really cool. I think that's neat.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was there.
Know it was there. So
and that's pretty close to the port. I mean, you're probably talking 10 minutes away, something like that. It's not very far.
That's amazing.
It's probably another thing that we've drove past like a million times, not even realize.
Didn't realize it was there. So, all right, I have to take a second because Heather Lee's hubby is in. Hello, Mike. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you so much for letting us steal your wife all the time when we do live streams. We do appreciate you putting up with all of us. And I'm glad that you're enjoying the info. So thanks for being with us. We appreciate it.
And is Mike going with us?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so we get to meet Mike on the cruise. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I can't. Totally. Everybody's going to have name badges because nobody's going to know.
We're all going to have to be channel names.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Mr. Three Strands. His name.
That's going to be something.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I can't wait.
We're going to be the most unique group I think that they've had in a while too.
Yeah.
So.
They may not let us back.
They will never be the same after we leave.
No. I have a feeling our cruise director Neil's just going to have to retire when we're done. Can't top that group. Sorry.
Yeah, yep.
All right. And speaking of something that you've driven by a million times and had no idea it was there, space is closer than you think. And I love that you gave me this because there is actually a Sand Space History Center that I want you to talk to us about a little bit.
So there's another place that I don't think a lot of people know about. It's basically
we had no idea.
It's hidden on the other side of the port. It's kind of if you go around to where Adventure docks. I don't know exactly what dock that is over there.
Okay.
But if you go all the way over the drawbridge around to where the Disney ships are and the Adventure Royal Caribbean ships down there, and just keep going past that entrance where we get on those ships. And it's just down a little bit on the right-hand side. I guess there's this tiny little sign that says like Sand Space Center or something like that. But you can't miss it because there's a huge, I didn't give you the picture to it, but there's a huge rocket right at the entrance. It's like you can't miss it. It's like a huge rocket missile type thing. And so you can't really miss it. But it's tucked behind, this building is behind two other buildings that one of them used to be SpaceX's building where I think they used to use it as their launch control center before they really got big. And then they moved it, I think, on base.
Interesting.
But, yeah. So this here, I'm working on this video actually right now. I'm in the process of editing it. And, but this is a really cool place. This is a place, unlike the main Kenny Space Center, you can do this in an hour or two, depends how long you want to hang out. But it just goes over all the different launch pads. I forget how many number of launch pads they have, but all different launch pads. And from the beginning of like the first missile rocket that they created going through to like the space rockets that they made. So it's a really cool place. And I know the gentleman that spoke to us, I believe he worked for NASA on some rockets and stuff, the volunteer, and very knowledgeable. And it's a great place that it's right by the port. So you can really go there, check all this out. And it's free, by the way. They take donations, obviously, to keep the place running.
Oh, yeah.
But it's absolutely free. You can just walk in there and it's free. And also with this, which I didn't realize, there was all these seats that were in the middle of this that weren't there last time. And they really made this place a lot nicer than the first time we went. They really did a nice job with it. And what I didn't realize is on the cruise ships, there's actually a excursion that'll bring you to the Sand Space History Center. It gives you a little speech there. And then they'll actually take you inside the space. So this is just outside of the Space Force base because there's another space museum inside the Space Force base. And there's a bunker that you could go into and stuff. That's actually an excursion on the cruise ships. And it says like excursions meet here, or there's a company that does them. I'll try to include it in my video so people will know about it. So yeah, so I'm like, I never heard about an excursion, off the cruise ships to the Space Force station. Is a space museum in the base, but obviously you can't get in the base without credentials. But when you go on these excursions, they let you in the base. So that's something else to think about too, to get on base. And I know he said, like, because he was talking about my daughter, that she should go check out the bunker when she's in there and in the base and whatnot. I'm like, yeah, she probably has, knowing her, but,
right.
That is cool. I never even knew that existed.
Two things I thought of when you said that. First off, how many people think that they're booking Kennedy Space Center when they book the Sand Space and Space Force? I hope that hasn't caused too much confusion, but we know how general public can be sometimes.
Yeah.
And then also, since that's a company that does that, I wonder if they would do day excursions that isn't specifically through the cruise line for people that wanted to come in a day or two before.
I think I looked them up really quick, and I think you can buy tickets because they meet right at this place. So if you're at this place at the time when they're picking everybody up to do, it's like you buy a ticket pretty much.
Right.
And like if I technically buy a ticket and I drive there for what my ticket time is, I don't see why I couldn't just pull in the parking lot, park, and get on there because they're going to bring you on their bus, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Shuttle,
yeah.
Whatever they have. Yeah. And do that. But yeah, I'll see if I give you a little more information on that.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait to watch this video because, like I said, we're Disney nerds, so I can't tell you how many times we've been over on that side of the port, whether it's taking photos of the big Disney Cruise Line terminal or trying to get around enough that you can get a photo of the back end of some of these Disney ships and different things. And like, you drive through and you just see like the gates and like the security, and you're like, oh no, I can't go any further. And I had no idea that there was actually something over there that you could do. So that's amazing.
Yeah. Well, when we get down there in November, if we don't get down there before then, I'm going to go snoop.
Well,
very least to the Sand Space History Center.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth going to at least the free part, honestly. I mean, because it's just something to see. It's free. You go in, you check it out. And there's like a connection to the $6 million man in there too, which I'm still trying to figure that out. But I don't know if it was a gentleman that worked for NASA or something, wrote this book called Cyborg, which is what the $6 million man series was based on.
Yeah.
So they got a whole case just like for this gentleman. And he'd have the old $6 million man in there that I had when I was a kid in the case. So that just like drew me right to it. You know what I
mean? Oh, yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah. That's cool.
Absolutely.
I actually can't wait to go see this place.
I know, right?
I'm excited now.
It's so funny because I've said it many times. Like, there's so many things to do on the Space Coast that you can easily spend a vacation there. And then you've got the busiest cruise terminal right there too. So it's really a cool place to be. So I just love it.
Yeah. Wow.
I feel like Columbo. Yes, sir. One more thing, sir. One more question. They have, when you go to the Sand Space Center here, they have QR codes on every picture at every launch pad. And if you take your cell phone and hit the QR code, it brings up all the information about that launch pad, what launched, when it launched. So like it's actually kind of interactive. So and they have these in the center. Well, when you first walk in, there's like these 3 touch screens, and the same thing. You know, you touch the touch screen, you interact with it, and it tells you all about different things. So yeah, it's a really cool place. It really is. You're gonna enjoy it.
Oh, that's absolutely amazing. So I can't wait. I think that's so cool.
Yeah. I know what we're doing in November if we don't get down there earlier or not.
Right? Absolutely. We'll be down there before November. Don't you worry, JC.
Yeah.
It's just whether it'll be a weekend or not, because our weekends tend to be during the week. But yeah, no, that's absolutely amazing. And I know there were so many other things that we could have put in besides the few things that we put in. I know that there's just so many different things that you can do. I'm drawing a blank, but all the way up and down. It's really not that far to drive up to St. Augustine and do a few things up there. Obviously, you'd want to stay overnight and kind of see some stuff up there with the history and stuff there. But there's also Daytona, which in the scheme of things is really not that far when you take 95. And then if you take 528 and you're willing to deal with the toll, which is really a very inexpensive toll considering.
Yeah, really.
It's so easy to just hop right back into Orlando and be able to go do some things in the Orlando area too. So it's really a cool destination to be able to go and experience as a vacation and do different things. So, and I appreciate you giving us some of that on hand experiences and stuff and telling us a little bit about the things that you get to do. It's really fun.
I talk about Daytona. I think one of the fun things over there, Daytona, New Smyrna, I think you do the same, is driving a car on the beach.
Yep.
That is one of the, there's nothing like driving my truck on the beach, open up the back of the hatch, taking out my chairs, put them down right there, put them, and that's it. Like you're on the beach. That is
right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
How many places can you really do that? So
right.
It's very, very cool. Jay Lang wanted to say it's why Port Canaveral is my favorite port. So much stuff to do. I always go a day before so I can venture out and see the stuff. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And if you decided not to after this video, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Jay Lang says he'll be down in Orlando in April, might drive to the port one day that weekend to meet Chase and Jess and JC if he's there. Oh
yeah,
boy.
I try to be.
Yeah, just give JC a heads up so he's not off gallivanting and doing videos and stuff.
That's the problem.
Says, awesome, Jay Lang.
That's the problem now. Before I used to be on the port every weekend. Me and the wife always go down the port before I met Chase. And now with me having to get material and videos, now I kind of Friday, Saturday video shoot stuff. And then Sunday I try to be down the port with Chase. But last weekend, we had some stuff to do, and I heard he wasn't going to, Jessica has been really busy. So I'm like, well, I'll come down Saturday and Sunday. So like, if I can get there, I try to get down there if I can, but you got to juggle everything, try to get content for your channel, edit and this and that. And I still love being down there with Chase. We just have a blast, me and him a blast together.
Oh, you guys are absolutely amazing. And it's so much fun listening to you too. So we definitely enjoy listening to you guys and just having a good time. And you guys definitely make it interesting, especially when cruise ships don't cruise ship and go when they're supposed to, which happens more often than not, as we're finding the more we watch Chase's channel.
We all miss Jessica. Jessica's got to come on back.
Yes, she does.
I'll tell you what, she's been so busy. I mean, her girl turning 16, and then
I know
all the soccer stuff. I mean,
soccer banquets, and
I mean, we get it. We get it. I mean, we've all been there. We've all done it. I mean,
and that's not even getting into what Chase Jr. is doing. So I can't like.
No, I know. No,
two teenagers going a million directions.
They are so busy. I don't know how Chase even finds the time to get down there, but he does it because they both love it so much. They both love being down there. I mean, everybody knows that watches their channel. They love being down there watching the cruise ships and everything. So I love how Chase and Jessica go, at each other, and they're the Chase, and I love them too.
It's so funny.
So.
Oh, and I really appreciate that button that you made for her too, because like he needed that.
I have to give her representation when she's not there, because you got to keep Chase in line a little bit.
It's a hard job, but she does her best. Oh, too funny. So.
Oh wow.
But yeah, so I think we've been on a little over an hour. So really quickly, I just want everybody to know that next week we're going to be talking about summer vacations, because believe it or not, it's time to start planning all of those. I know I've been kind of pushing the spring break thing. If anybody still needs a last minute spring break, definitely let me know. International is kind of about done on me being able to get you booked last minute, just because of manifests and things like that. But we can always see what we can find. But summer vacation, now is the time to start looking if you haven't done so already. So, and
I don't know if you've told everybody about the cruise deal that Virgin has put out for.
No, I didn't.
Okay. It'd be a great time to plug that in right now. Virgin Voyages is actually going to start sailing into Alaska.
Yes. Yeah, that one's been announced for a while, but they actually are doing a deal right now because interior cabin for Alaska cruise starting at $99 a person. So for Alaska, for a 7-night cruise for $700 a person is a really, really good rate. If anybody is into the Virgin Voyages, which is an adult-only cruise line, and then being able to go and experience Alaska. It's going to be their first season in Alaska, so it's going to be really interesting to hear what people think about it.
Yeah.
I know I really like the brand. I like Virgin Cruises. I don't know if you've ever been on one yet, JC, but not yet.
Have you guys been on one?
Yes. Yeah, we've been on Scarlet Lady and did a 4-nighter. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
It's nice not having the kids around.
Yeah, definitely don't. It's a good thing it's 18 and above, because I'm telling you.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
So the biggest con I have with them is it's Miami if you're going to be on the East. Well, or you could go to New York City, but neither one of them are really great ports for Scott and I to want to deal with.
Yeah,
so
give me Port Canaveral any day.
Absolutely.
I know. Miami. We did Wonder out of Miami, and that you talk about flying in the day before. We drove down there a day before and stayed in Miami before we took the cruise.
Yeah,
right.
It was like, and there was traffic was horrendous there in Miami.
Oh yeah.
Well, and you never know what 95 is going to do. I mean, that GPS may tell you that it's 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever it might be, and it might be 9.
Yeah.
That happened to us when we went out of Fort Lauderdale. We stayed. We went to go see Aunt Polly for a couple of days in October before we went down to Fort Lauderdale, and thank goodness we went down the night before, because it ended up being an extra 3 hours just to get down there.
Yeah, because we were diverted on GPS all the way down. I know. I saw it.
I'll be honest with you. The 95 from I want actually a little south of Titusville all the way down past Sebastian, and that it's like one of the worst parts of 95. It's always closed for car accidents all the time. I mean, so it's a if you're going through here as a stretch to get down there, yeah, definitely got to be prepared and look ahead for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. And Nelly, he brought up a good thing. JC, definitely send your casino offers over to Virgin because they will match you. They'll actually status match you for whichever cruise line you have the best status with, and as well as casino. So definitely.
Good point. I'll check that out.
Yeah, them and MSC actually have really good status matching opportunities if you can do it right. MSC has a couple of loopholes, but Virgin's pretty easy to work with. So, and we got Malibu in the house. He just got to Miami. Oh, that's exciting. Speaking of wonder, so
here you go.
And Wonder's a good ship too. We actually got to do a cruise tour on it a couple of years ago. We didn't sail on her, but we got to go on and see things and stuff as travel agents. Very beautiful ship. So.
One thing on the Wonder that changed that I didn't know about, like, it was the Wonder. Is the Wonder the one where they made the smoke-free casino? I think it was the Wonder where there was where they used to have the comedians. They like took all that out and made another casino. Actually, it was the Diamond Club on one side, the Diamond Club, and then there was the comedians on the other. They took all that out and they made a smoke-free casino in that whole area. And that I'm pretty sure it was Wonder because that's the last one I think we were on. So
okay, interesting. I didn't realize that. So I so rarely go into the casinos. Like I'll pop in just to kind of see what it is. I might toss $10 in the slot. I'm not a casino like I not that I wouldn't enjoy it. There's so many other things and I'm chasing Nick half the time. So it's, I get off the ship and I'm like, I didn't even go over there. Oops. So Cruising Chris says, FYI, I hate Port Miami. Just in case you didn't hear me, I hate Port Miami. I think anybody that has sailed out of Port Miami feels that way.
Yeah.
It's stressful getting in and out. So.
I'm gonna tell you what, I was glad that the day that we sailed out of Port Miami when we were on the Virgin Voyages, I was very glad that we had an Uber driver that driving knew the area, and we didn't have to deal with it. So it was just so much easier. But.
Yeah. So
I'll say one thing about Port of Miami with Royal Caribbean now, because that's where I went out of. Getting on the ship, getting on the ship was awesome. I paid a little bit higher rate to park in their garage right at the ship. And
honestly, you almost have to. Yeah.
And it was like perfect. We parked our car, we got our luggage, got in the elevator, went down, boom, right on it was perfect. The problem is the traffic to get to the parking garage. But once you're there, it's seamless. It's seamless from where you park to get on the ship there. It's perfect.
Yeah. The thing that just blows my mind is you've got that one bridge that takes you in for all of the cruise ships that are in that day. And if they've got all 10 of those terminals full with ships, like it's insane.
Well, there could be up to 1 million people going literally. I mean, it's unreal to see. Like, I know we watched like some of the live streams and stuff on YouTube and stuff, and it shows the cameras and stuff at Port Miami and everything like that. And it's just interesting just to see the line of traffic on that bridge just going in onto the island there to get you into the port. So just like I said, I was really glad that we had an Uber driver that day when we went in.
It's almost as bad as Los Angeles. So almost.
Yeah. Pretty close.
And Nellie says, what I meant by sending casino offers to Virgin, send your offers and they will give you a comp. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for that explanation, Nellie, because I don't know casino offers. I'm going to bow down to you guys on that one. Now all Oasis class is getting rid of I'm assuming the casino for smoke free. So
the comedy clubs. Looks like they get rid of the comedy clubs. Where the comedy club was, they're getting rid of those and they're making them smoke-free casinos, I guess now. I thought it was just the one. Actually, it might actually been, I hate to say it, Utopia, because that was the gambling cruise with my dice player guy that I went with. And I'm pretty sure Utopia, which is a new ship, and they took out the comedy club and put, it wasn't the one, I think it was Utopia. But
really?
I guess all Oasis class ships now, they're getting rid of the comedy club and making more gambling.
So I guess that would have been considered the attic. That area comedy club, because
Yeah, I
that's
think
the
it was.
same deck.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Because I know you would
Interesting.
you would come down the stairs. I'm pretty sure you come down the stairs from the promenade, and that kind
Yep.
of take you down to the casino area, but you would walk to it. I think
Yes.
something like that, and then it was just there on the right. And
Yeah, it
that's
was on the right, or you keep
Right.
going, and then there's the ice rink entrance.
Correct.
So.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Okay, yeah. Interesting.
Hmm.
I mean, we didn't go into that either, but I mean, that's really interesting that that's what they're doing with that space. So, huh.
Yeah, I don't go to gamble. I go to eat. I like my food.
And apparently we don't bother with the comedians either, so we had no idea.
She don't want to see a comedian. She lives with a smart ass, so
I got all the laughter in my life I need, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. So
it's great that you lie.
And IRL is in the house. How are you doing, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
So, and then Mike Heatherly lost $20 in 8 seconds. No casino for her. That would be me.
No. Let's be realistic. It would be me that would lose it in 8 seconds, and you would win and be like, okay, and then you will walk away from it. So you've done that to me before.
I have.
Yeah.
So I had no idea what I was doing, but I pressed a button and I was like, oh, I made $80. Okay, cool. I'm leaving.
Time to go.
Yep.
That was basically what she did.
Oh my goodness. Sounds like me, Heatherly, Snack and Chat and said. So too funny. And then Cruising Chris at Miami. I always get there as early as I can. In LA, we stayed at the Crown Plaza. So I just scootered over to the Princess Terminal. Now that's a good idea. I like that.
There you go.
And IRL says, doing good. What about you?
We're just doing fabuloso.
Fabuloso.
Fabuloso. So good that I'm the floor cleaner.
Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. Well, I think we've kept you long enough, JC. I do appreciate it. I know that you probably have to get to work tomorrow. So we are very, very appreciative of you coming on here. I hope that you had fun.
I had a lot of fun. That was great.
I had so much fun listening to you. You're just such a wealth of knowledge. So keep those videos coming, because they're one of my favorite things to watch while I walk. And then I make Nick watch them again with me later as part of his lessons, one of the ones that make sense for that.
Yeah.
Educational.
So purple floor cleaner.
There you go. Yeah. Purple floor cleaner team meet.
Oh gosh, you guys are insane. So, well, thanks to all three of you.
Yeah.
Just please don't make JC and me bail you guys out of stuff, okay? Or I should say Connie. Don't make Connie and me bail you guys out.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We are very appreciative. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We do appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell notification button so that you know when we upload new videos. And make sure that you head over to Journeys with JC. Check out his channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, because he's got some really awesome content coming out, and I can't wait to watch it. And I know that you guys will enjoy it too. IRL saying bye to everybody. Great chat. Thanks for the info. Thanks for joining us, Snack and Chat. And I appreciate it. JC, did you have anything else you wanted to say before I get out of here?
Thank you to everybody, and thanks for coming in tonight, and everyone have a good evening.
Yep.
All right. Awesome. That sounds amazing. Well, guys,
as always,
not me. My bad.
Are you ready for your next Plum Crazy adventure?
There we go. Because I am ready to get you there. You all have a great night. And thanks again, JC.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.